Well, hello and welcome back to Shane's Hobby Shop. My name is Shane. Today we're in the kitchen. We got an easy holiday treat that we can do with the kids. So stay tuned and we're going to have a wonderful time. Now for this treat, you're only going to need 7 ingredients. What this is one cup of all-purpose flour. You got 1 cup of pecans. We are using roasted pecans. Now you don't need roasted pecans, you can use plain, but trust me, this is where all the flavoring is at, and you're gonna want roasted pecans. So it's 1 cup of pecans. We've got 3 tablespoons of sugar. I got a good pinch of kosher salt. This is 1 stick of softened butter, not melted, but softened. This is 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. This is going to be used later. But our secret ingredient that we have, this right here is 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and a half a teaspoon of butter flavoring. That is the secret ingredient. Okay, this confectioner's sugar, let's go ahead and set it aside. We don't need it right now. What we do need is a bowl and some gloves. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mix in our dry ingredients first. Again, this is 1 cup of flour. We got our sugar here. Our salt, just a good pinch of salt. And we're going to leave the pecans out for a second. What I'm going to do, this is why you got the gloves. Go ahead and mix in your dry ingredients. Just right now, just going to get all that sugar and salt incorporated in with this flour. Okay, let's go ahead and add the 1 stick of softened butter. Our secret ingredients. And now we can go ahead and add the pecans. Pecans. I'm from the South, we call them pecans. Okay, now then, this is mixing time. Be sure you mix this really well. You want it to all to stick together, but you're not going to want it a sloppy mess either. Okay, this is what it's going to look like after you get it mixed up. Now what we're going to do to this point is go ahead and put it in a Ziploc baggie. And close it up. Now I'm going to put this into the icebox for about 30 minutes to let it firm up. While you're doing this, while it's in the icebox, go ahead and let's preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, here we are with the magic of YouTube. We are 30 minutes later, okay? This has been set in the icebox and it's chilled now. Now then, this recipe does make about 2 dozen balls, but if you only get down to 23, 22, whatever, don't worry about it. It's okay. Nobody's testing you. But a good way that you can go ahead and separate these to help make sure your balls are even, kind of cut it in half. Take that piece there, cut that in half. And we're going to cut this last one in half. Now, if you can take each one and make 6 balls out of it, that's 2 dozen. All right, now the size of balls that we were looking for, it's about a 1-inch ball. So we're going to take some of this, go ahead and roll it in our hand. One. Say something like that, and then you set it down. go ahead and take a little bit more. Roll it and set it down. Now you notice I got these balls pretty close together. These are not cookies, these are balls, so they will stay at a ball size, so you can put these close together. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish rolling these out, and I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, here we go back. I got 24 1-inch balls, give or take. Like I said, if you have a little bit less or a little bit more, that's okay. This is not a graded test. It'll be fine, all right? So now then, earlier I said I want you to preheat your oven to 375. Now I want you to turn it down to 350, and then we're going to be putting these cookies into the oven. So why did I ask you to do 375? Well, when you open that oven door, you let it heat out. So let's open it, put the cookies in, close it. So we're going to have our 350. We're going to be cooking these for about 12 to 15 minutes. What you're looking for is, I don't want these balls to go brown, okay? They're not cookies, okay? You can have a little bit of brownness to it, but you actually want them to be set. You may have to sacrifice a ball or two just to test it, make sure that it's set really good. But yeah, a little brown is okay, but you're not getting a dark brown like a cookie. Okay, about 350, anywhere between 12 to 15 minutes, depending on the oven, gas versus electric. You all know that. All right, so let's go ahead and try that, and I'll see you back as soon as these get done. Okay, they just came out of the oven, and then we let them sit for about 2 minutes, kind of get a little cool. Don't want them too cool because we're going to need a little heat on it to get the first coating of this confectioner sugar, but it's also called powdered sugar. All right, so what we're going to do now is just take one of these balls, chop it in here, kind of swirl it around, get some of this powdered sugar on it, and then set it and let that cool. That's the first coating. We're going to do the second one. Okay, we did the first dip on this. We let the balls sit for about 15 minutes to let them cool down, and now we're ready for the second dip. All we gotta do is take the balls in, put them back into the confectioner sugar or powdered sugar, knock off some extra, and put it into your plate. Very simple. Well, I'll see you in a few minutes when I got all these done. Okay, the recipe says it makes 24 balls. But if you serve your guest 23, nobody will never know. Merry Christmas, everybody. Man, these are really, really good.